Let's talk about three situations or three opportunities that, in my opinion, these are non-negotiable for athletes to hop into the portal or decide to transfer. The first one for me, if your event coach decides to leave the program that you're at, I don't think you have any obligation to that program because that's the same person that recruited you there. You can hop on the portal and make your decision. Right? Second one, if the head coach of the program decides to leave, once again, that's another opportunity for you to decide if you want to stay there or if you want to leave, because the new head coach that comes in might want to take that program to a different direction, right? So if jumps, it's a sport, it's an event that is respected with that head coach that is leaving, and the new coach comes and says, hey, we want to focus on distance, then things will change. So for me, that's a complete that's a no-brainer for you to make that decision to jump into the portal. Okay, last one for me is, if you have been at that school and you just tried everything that you can to work things out with the coach and things are now progressing, then it's I don't think that you should have to stay there. Of course, right? You got to go in and have the conversation, which is the next thing that I want to cover. Is how do I make the appropriate step? What are the appropriate steps? Taking the appropriate steps to make that clear. Because I think when you go by doing it the right way, coaches will not be quick to take that scholarship away, because they are allowed to take your scholarship the moment that you hop into the portal. So that's something that you got to think about. So for me personally, let's say your event coach leaves and you want to go and pursue other opportunities. You go in with the head coach and you have a conversation. Hey, coach so-and-so is leaving and I'm just here. I just want to see what is the next move, right? What is your goals? What are your plans for my event group since my event group coach has left? From there, you just make your decision that way. If you're going to stay, you say, hey, coach, I really respect the program. I would love to stay here, but for me personally, I feel like with coach so-and-so leaving, it would be in my best interest if I go find a new home somewhere else, right? Same thing with a head coaching gig. New head coach comes in, you sit down, you talk with the new head coach, you ask him, what is your goals? What do you want to see? What is your outlook? What are your goals for this program? And how does my event group fit in your program, right? Sit and have an honest conversation. Based on how that conversation goes, you make your decision. Once again, being respectful, sitting down and having a good